Jules here from Joolsedesigns. So just what I'm doing is I'm prepping for a video and I'm making labels. I've got this and it's just words. I got them off Temu and it's people have commented about these sayings before. So what I decided to do was to make some labels for my little pockets. That will be my next video, and it's a junk mail envelope and it opens up like that. We've got a pocket there and a pocket there. I've just used book pages, splattered book pages. I've actually used some Tracy Fox Craftly Haul papers from our Creep on June, and just made a little string fastener like that. But what I wanted was, I wanted a saying on it. So what I've done is I've grabbed some, it's one of my digitals, it's the Damask digital, and it's just a beige with a damask pattern on. And what I'm doing is I'm just going down in a line so I can cut them out. And I'll just thought I'd put the video on and let you see me make more labels. And we'll put that over there. So we've used that one. I'm just going to go for the next one. I don't know, I can't remember what it says, but well, once I've stamped it. Do it today for the future you. And what I do is I usually do quite a few, and I leave quite a big space because obviously some I can cut small, but some I like to have like quite a large space round. I'm not doing any measuring. You can see that's tapered off to the side. But it's pointless doing one of each because, you know, some of these sayings you like more than others and you wished you'd had another one, then you've got to get your stamp kit out and do it all again. So I just thought I'd just do the whole sheet and then I had some ready. And this one's follow your dreams, they may know the way. And it's not stamped out the greatest, but it's fine. It's probably something laid under the bit of paper that I'm stamping on, because my desk isn't the cleanest. I'll put that one up there, and I will clean them once I've... This one's... 2 seconds. Okay, I'm back. So that was my son just asking if we were still taking him to his meeting. So we are. So I carried on. So it's live every day with intention, and then I did a couple of you are stronger than you think, and just do this one. If you change nothing, nothing will change. And you know, when you put labels on your little bits of ephemera in your journals, they don't necessarily have to match the theme. They can say anything. And I love these. They're quite profound. A lot of these labels, and as I say, I got them in Temu. I didn't I just looked for word labels and this is what came up and I ordered them. So that one's, the past is in your head, the future is in your hands. That's quite good actually. I should tell myself that one quite often. just have two of them because that's quite a big one. Put this one on the bottom, and it's paper. I think it's 120 GSM, which is about 35 pounds in the US. And that one's Whatever You Are, Be a Good One. Okay, will I get that one on there? Yep, I can squeeze them in. Got that one. Whatever you are, be a good one. Quite good as well. And another one with, oops. And I'm just using Onyx VersaFine. This one says, don't give up, the beginning is always the hardest. That's true. Any project I've started, I've thought, oh, why did I start this? And then once I get along with it, it's fine. So yeah, this is quite true. What's the next one? Be yourself, everyone else is taken. I quite like this one as well. You don't have to do this in black, you can do it in brown or whatever colour you want. So I've got that one, so we'll leave that one to one side. And this is coffee dyed paper. So I think what I might do is I might darken, sort of like soften this off a bit. So we'll go with the walnut stain. So I'm not using permanent inks, I'm just sometimes it is just nice to just have a softer label on your bit of ephemera or your page or your cluster. I am going to be doing some clusters with these, so put that one over there, and we'll go with this one. This one's we bend so that we don't break. Okay. Quite like that one as well. Okay, and I think what we'll do is we'll go with a different brown. So we'll go with a Memento Espresso Truffle. It's a little bit darker, it's more like a blacky brown. So a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Another true one. And I'm not bothered if they're a bit wonky. And so this will just come under the, you know, the tea break, coffee break videos that I fit in, just sometimes kind of shorter than what my normal videos are. So some of these will be speeded up. Okay, and we'll put that one back, and I think we'll go with another Memento. We'll go with the Rich Cocoa. because it's always nice to have different shades. Do what you always do and do it often. Well, depends what you do. If you're crafting, do as much as you can. Okay, we'll put that one, and this is the last one, so I think we'll double up some of them. Okay. Life always offers a second chance. It's called tomorrow. Cool. It is. You can thank the Lord every morning when you wake up that you've been given another day. And what will we use? Try this one, I'm not sure what it is. And try a different one. I'll try this peanut brittle. I think it might be a little bit too light, but we'll try it. No, it's all right. So this one's Mentos peanut brittle. Okay, we'll just wipe that one off a little bit. We'll do this one again, the pasta's in your head, because we didn't do a lot of these, we just did 2. I'll get another one yet. Past is in your head, the future is in your hands. And that one we've done. I'm looking for some that we've... There, be the change you wish to see in the world. And I'm going to use one of the Spectrum Noir, so Fire Brown. So there you are. We've got quite a collection of browns there. You're stronger than you think. Okay, so I think I've got enough labels there. And what I need to do now is I need to cut them, and that I will do on my trimmer. In fact, no, I won't. I'm going to rip them. I'm not really checking if the ruler's in the middle of the column or not. Doesn't really matter. Okay, take that one. Might need to cut some with scissors, but okay. This little bit off. Yeah. You can see it's a bit wonky on the label, but that's fine. Just adds to the vintagey vibe that I'm looking for. Feels quite good ripping up paper. Okay, and we've got some little bits left. Now I'm going to I was going to take a little bit more off the end, but I can do that when I'm putting the labels on. Sometimes I just rip the corners off. Sometimes I cut them. just whatever you're looking for. So this is making yourself a stack of labels. Just saving yourself time. Okay, so there we are, we have a stack of labels. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink round them, and I'm going to use vintage photo to start with. And there, straight away, what a difference. I'm not being too tidy on how I'm inking round it. It doesn't really matter. And because it's paper, I'm bending it a bit because it just gives it a little bit of strength on the ends for you to flick the sponge over. Because if you just lay it like that, it'll tend to lay down like that. But if you just curve it a little bit, you're just strengthening it. I think we'll just trim that off a bit. When you curve it, you are just putting ink on the edges. If you want ink on there, like that. And if you wanted, you could screw this up like that and just lightly run the ink, and you can see it picks up on the creases, and then you get like an older looking. So I'm gonna go to tea dye for a wee while because that's a lighter colour. And then when I come to use them, I can ink them round again if I want a darker edge. Usually go to walnut stain or ground espresso if I'm looking for really dark. Scotch timber's quite good as well. I like the tea dye. It's like tea. Just getting the, I actually used a sponge with oxide ink on, so I thought I'd kind of ruined it, but it hasn't. Yeah, it's got a bit of oxide in, so if I'm going to use it for mopping it on the, you know, putting it on my desk and adding water and mopping up book pages, it won't be as a distress ink. That'll be more of an oxide. And we're just so I'm kind of trying to keep this to real time. Yeah, I am going to speed up some of it, otherwise you'll be falling asleep watching me ink round labels, unless that's what you're wanting to do, fall asleep. Okay, so we'll put that away and we'll notch it up a bit. We'll use ground espresso, and I'm going to use a different, I'm going to try and be good. And use a different pad for my oxides, but I know I'll forget. There, so you can see this is totally different. There you are. I quite like the labels done in the brown inks as well. And this ground espresso, it kind of makes the ends look burnt. A bit like the Scotch timber as well, that does the same. Walnut stain, it's another one. And I think what we'll do is we'll scrumple that one up a bit and go over. Now there's not so much ink on there. There we are. And there you are, you've got like a label that looks old, and so we'll put that on there and we'll go for the Scotch timber, I think. And this is an oxide, so I can there's not much difference. This one has a greeny tinge to it, I think, where the ground espresso has more of a black. This one's a greeny black. So that fact, I might not. I might put one of them. No, I don't know. I'm going to put that one on. Let your dreams be bigger than your fears. So there we are. So there we are. We have a nice pack of labels. How cool is that? Just ready to pick out of. So I'm going to put this on here, but I am going to trim it. Which seems a bit silly when I've just, but as I say, when you do these labels, you don't know what project you're using them for. So if you make them big enough and you have to cut a little bit off, that's fine. And then I'm just going to go over it a little bit. And there we are. And I think that's perfectio. And I will use my, in fact what I won't, I'll use the fabric tag because it's going to be sitting on lace and things. But to see how I actually made this, you're going to have to watch the video. And there we are. So we've got a perfect this takes a larger tag. Well, I haven't glued the bottom yet. That's fine. But that's that. So I will see you in the next video. Bye.